How you doing, guys? Back again with another video. So it probably feels like or seems like I haven't uploaded in a while, and to be fair, I haven't, and I should be more consistent. I have been extremely busy working at the moment. I actually work on another YouTube channel called Average E-Skate Reviews and also hockey tutorials. So if you're into ice hockey or you're into electric skateboards, definitely go check that out. I don't film on that channel with a smartphone, but if you're interested in that sort of thing, go check it out. So before we jump into the video, just a quick one. If you haven't liked and subscribed, consider doing so. Everything I do on the channel shot just using a smartphone, no DSLRs allowed. So if that's something you're interested in, getting top quality footage just using a smartphone, then consider subscribing. Right, so jumping into the video, the moment lenses. Now you've obviously clicked on this video because I'm going to talk about moment lenses. So I've got their 18mm wide angle lens and I've also got their 58mm telephoto lens. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about backstory on how I actually got these lenses or even thought about purchasing these lenses. So I never really intended to go out and purchase the moment lenses. I've got Sandmarc lenses, I've got BeastGrip lenses. Yes, it would have been nice to get them on the channel so I could show you guys what they are and my thoughts on them. But I never sort of intended to actually purchase them. They just never really appealed to me because of that bayonet mounting system. Using the S20 Ultra, I have found it so hard to be able to mate any telephoto lenses up to this phone because of that sensor size. It's just really frustrating, really hard. I'm using the clips that come with the lenses to mate them. Now I know that's not going to be the most precise method of putting a lens over your phone, but as there's no cases out at the moment for the S20 Ultra with a 17mm thread or a 37mm thread on there, it's really tricky to get that lined up correctly. So I've been really struggling with getting a lens to mount to this. Wide angle lenses work absolutely perfect with the phone, there's no issues there. So if you've got any wide angle lenses from any of the brands out there, you're going to be able to mate that up with the S20 Ultra, no problems whatsoever. So what I thought was, Moment makes a case for the S20 Ultra. So I messaged Moment and I said, hey, what's the deal with the telephoto lens and the S20 Ultra? Does it work good? I don't want to go out and purchase it and spend my money on it if it's not going to mate up correctly. They hit me back and they was like, no, it works absolutely fine. I was like, I was a bit skeptical about whether or not it would work properly or not. But I went ahead and I made the jump and I purchased their 18mm. I knew that would work. And then I purchased their 58mm telephoto lens as well. So they arrived in the post a couple of days ago and I was really eager to test out that 58mm to see whether or not that was gonna mate up to the S20 Ultra and look good. Now I'm actually filming on the 58mm lens now with the S20 Ultra, so let me know in the comments section down below what your thoughts are on the image quality that I'm getting out of it. Getting a nice little bit of bokeh in the background there, and for me, I'm looking at the monitor up the top there, image is looking pretty nice. I mean, it's far from perfect. I've got a mini little setup here with one of the old cheap DIY lights there. I've got a little mini LED light up there. So the setup that I'm actually using is, you know, costing me next to nothing. It's a very cheap and budget friendly setup. This is one of the sort of areas that I really do struggle in. Trying to get a good looking talking head segment with a phone is very challenging, but I'm slowly learning and I'm slowly getting there and working out the ways of doing stuff. Lighting is everything with smartphones, so learn your lighting and the image you'll get out of your phone will be good. But anyway, I've rambled on a little bit now. So going back to the 58mm telephoto lens, I mounted it on there, didn't think it was going to work at all, put it on there, pointed it at something and boom, it was working absolutely spot on. The image is crisp from corner to corner and it just looks really great. So I'm really happy that I've managed to get a telephoto lens to mate with the S20 Ultra now to be able to get a little bit more of a zoomed in shot, and you do get some really nice bokeh with that lens with the S20 Ultra because of that bigger sensor size. So this is my sort of little video, first impressions about what I think of these lenses. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of the bayonet mounting system, and the case itself, it's a nice case. It actually fits really well in the S20 Ultra. It's not made of anything sort of special. It doesn't give too much protection, but it does give the good protection over the camera lens there, because the bump on the S20 Ultra there, that camera bump, is absolutely huge. So it does give it great protection in that area there. Now, when I first mounted the lens to the case itself, it was quite stiff, really stiff to be able to get that bayonet lock-in system to actually turn and click in the way that it should. But after a couple of goes now, they go in perfectly fine. There's no issues there. I'm just hoping over time that it just doesn't wear out or become loose and break. That's the only reason why I'm not really a fan of the bayonet mounting system. But from first impressions and how the case has been working for me over the past few days, it's worked great. Now, talking a little bit about the 18mm wide angle lens, again, build quality exceptional, sharp from corner to corner, and it does really give you a really nice wide field of view. The main camera on the S20 Ultra is fairly wide already in itself, but adding this wide angle lens onto it just gives you a lot wider field of view. But one thing I do really like about it with the S20 Ultra and that bigger sensor size is now you're actually able to get a little bit of shallow depth of field there with a wide angle lens on your phone, which is absolutely awesome, because there's so many times that I've wanted to use a wide angle lens for certain B-roll shots, but just not be able to achieve that look that I want because I just can't get enough bokeh there. But with this lens, I can achieve plenty of bokeh, or not plenty of bokeh, but a nice bit of bokeh on there for a wide angle lens anyway on a smartphone. That is really impressive. So, you know, well done to the Samsung for the camera that they've produced on their phone, and well done Moment for producing a great wide angle lens. Now, the 58mm lens, the telephoto lens itself, again, works absolutely spot on. I'm so impressed with the way this lens works on my phone. I'm so happy that I can finally mount a telephoto lens on my phone, because I do love my telephoto lenses. They just give me that look that just replicates, for me personally, more of a DSLR look. So that's what I'm trying to replicate. At the end of the day, on this channel, I'm trying to create content with a phone. I'm trying to think of other ideas, like little film ideas that I've been sitting on. Like, I've had a video actually filmed, a talking segment for the last couple of weeks now, and I was trying to do like a nice little cinematic, like different to what I normally do, and it was so hard to be able to get the shots. I was up until about 2 o'clock in the morning trying to film these clips and all the rest of it, and then I just didn't like it afterwards. So I've done away with it, but I am not going to give up. I'm definitely going to go back and reshoot it, but I just wasn't happy with the way it looked. So, you know, it happens from time to time, and you know, you've just got to deal with it and just keep shooting. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And you know, sometimes it might not always look as good as you want it to, but you'll learn from your mistakes, and the next time you go to do it, you'll make a better job than you did the first time, or hopefully anyway. Yeah, jumping back to these lenses, so far, both of them, build quality wise, have been absolutely great. Optically wise, they've been absolutely great and working awesome on the S20 Ultra. One thing that is a little bit annoying, it's not a deal breaker and it's not a big thing, is the bags for the lens I find are a little bit too snug and small for my liking. A lot of the other lens manufacturers out there that give you bags for the lenses are a lot bigger than these ones. These are slightly too tight, and you really do struggle to undo them sometimes, especially if you do them up quite tight, because you obviously don't want them to come undone and the lens to fall out. It can be a struggle to get that lens out of there, and in certain times, you know, it could even be more precarious than if you had a looser bag there, because you're struggling to try and undo the lens itself, and it could just jump and pop out of your hand by accident. You could drop it trying to undo it. So that's one thing I would like, is a little bit of a bigger bag for them. But they are great. They've got the name of the lens on the bag, and also the focal length that it's at, like the 58mm Tele for the Tele Lens and the 18mm wide for the wide angle lens. Now, I also picked up their 62mm filter mount, which is great. It just slips over the end of both of these lenses, and you can attach a 62mm filter to it. I haven't been out and shot with that a lot lately, but I will be testing it out more, so I can also make a follow-up review on these lenses and what I actually think of them. But first impressions so far, they've been working absolutely spot on, and I'm so happy with them. Now, they are a little bit pricey. I think for the wide angle lens, the Tele Lens, the filter mount was about £300, and then they had to add taxes onto it as well, so it was quite pricey. Or it might have even come to like £300 in total, including the taxes. But nevertheless, it's still a lot of money to spend on glass on your phone. But it's something that I really enjoy doing. Making content, creating content just using a smartphone is, you know, it's my type of thing. So I'm willing to chuck the cash at it to be able to create content with my phone and make it look as good as I physically can. So, you know, I'm happy at the end of the day. So yeah, for a first impressions, first look or play about with these lenses, I'm super impressed. So if there's any other content or any other ideas you could possibly think of, let me know in the comment section down below. If you'd like me to VS these lenses, the Moment lenses, against any other lenses, also let me know in the comment section down below. But I think that's about it for this one. I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing me rabbit on through this video, so I'm going to leave it there. But thanks again for watching, guys. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.